Adding menus to a Visual Basic application is really simple. In our toolbox, if you go down to the Menus and Toolbars section, you will find the menu strip. Just drag it on your screen. It's going to be at the top. We get a little box that says Type Here, and I can type what I want that first menu to be. I'm going to use key mnemonics, so it's ampersand file. So Alt F would open this menu. As I do that, notice we get a type here to the right and one below. The one below is going to be the menu items underneath file. Now under file, we typically put things like save file, open file, and exit. In this example, we're not going to save the file or open a file because there's nothing to save or open here. However, I'm going to do an exit. And so I click in that box underneath file, and I'm going to do E ampersand XIT. So the key mnemonic is the X in exit. I can do an Alt FX, and that will exit my application. I'm only going to have one item under that file. I'm going to go to the right, and it's pretty traditional to have an edit menu. In fact, let's do an ampersand E edit. And there are three things we typically put under the edit menu that are on most applications. Now again, in this application, we're not going to do any cut, copy, and paste because there's nothing to do here. But let's say we had a text box. We wanted to be able to copy the text, select it and copy it, select it and cut it, or we want to paste what's on the clipboard into that text box. So I'm going to add, because it is pretty traditional, cut, copy, and paste. Now I'm going to go back to the cut option. In the properties panel, there is a property called shortcut keys. A little drop down box here. I'm going to click Control and type the letter X. This is a standard in developing software. On pretty much every application, Control X activates cut. When I do that, notice I get a Control plus X on my menu item. Let's do the copy. So copy also has a universal standard shortcut key, and that's going to be Control C. And then the paste is Control V. Now it's really easy to remember those three. X, C, and V for cut, copy, and paste. It's always in that order, cut, copy, paste. The X, C, and V occur together on the keyboard on the last row of alpha keys. Think of the X as the scissors, the C for copy, and the V as the point of an upside down glue bottle. You'll never forget those three. X, C, V for cut, copy, paste. And then to the right, I'm going to add another one. This is going to be ampersand back color. And we're going to allow the user to change the color of the form from the menu. So we're going to keep this really simple. Ampersand red, ampersand green, and ampersand blue. Now with the blue selected, I have an option over here on the right hand side. I'm going to click in the type there, and let's do Dodger blue, light blue, royal blue. Okay, so that's my menu. It's also pretty traditional to have a help or an about menu at the end. I'm not going to bother to do that in this demonstration, but let's code these. I'm going to go to the file menu and exit and go to the events, and let's do a click event. We'll call this exit app. I'm going to click enter, and then in my code, normally I'd do a message box here to verify they want to close. I'm not going to bother to do that in this demonstration. Just to save some time, I was going to say me.close. Go back to my form. I'm not going to bother to code the cut, copy, and paste. There's nothing here to cut, copy, and paste. Let's go to the back color, and I can double click on the red, and I get the handler for the red tool strip menu item underscore click, or dot click is what's being handled. And here I'm going to say me dot back color equals color dot red. Double click the green. Me dot back color equals color dot green. Now the blue option brings up a submenu. So let's double click on the Dodger blue. And we'll do Dodger blue. Do the light blue. And the royal blue. Let's test our application. So I'm going to go to the back color, choose red, back color green, back color blue, and choose Dodger blue, blue light blue, and blue royal blue. If I go to the file menu, I can choose exit. Let's refactor our code to make this simpler and allow us to expand the scope by adding more colors very easily. So I'm going to come up here to the red tool strip menu item. I'm just going to rename that as change color. And replace me.backColor equals color.red. I've got dim my name equals sender.text.replace. Replace an ampersand with a null string. So I want to make sure I strip out any ampersands because that will cause problems when we try to get the name of the color. And then me.backColor equals color.fromName my name. Now I could even shorten this further and put in sender.text.replace in place of my name. Saving one line is not that big a deal. But now what I can do is I'm going to get rid of these other event handlers. And I'm going to go back to my design, bring up the properties. For the green menu item, I'm going to go to the click event and choose change color. On the blue, I'll go to Dodger blue, click event, change color. Light blue, change color. Royal blue, click event, change color. Well, let's add another color down here. Let's do maybe yellow and white. And again, I'll go to yellow, click event, change color, white, also change color. Now let's run this. Got red, green, blue, Dodger blue, blue, light blue, blue, royal blue, yellow, and white. And I can continue adding more colors there, or maybe for the yellows I want to have another submenu, and I could add different shades of yellow. I'd encourage you to play around with recreating this and have some fun with it. So one last thing to point out is we did our key mnemonics. If I do an Alt F, it expands that keyboard, and I press X for exit, and it exits. If you just jumped into this video, you can see all the videos from the Programming Practicum playlist by clicking on the image in the lower right. And if you'd like to be alerted to future videos I create, you can click my picture in the top right to subscribe to the channel.